Hey, it's Anna Vaughn, and I'm going to do something a little different today. I actually just signed up for a program called Fuel for Fat Loss. It's a 4-week program to revitalize this. I have been having a hard time getting healthy after having a baby because a lot of what worked before is not exactly working now. And I don't mean like I'm not skinny enough or whatever. In fact, my problem was the opposite. I got far too thin when I was pregnant and breastfeeding, and I got a lot of bad habits from that. And I've made videos talking about how I'm trying to go back to being healthy because I was very healthy before having Luna. But the way that I was healthy was also very time consuming, and now I have no time. I don't have 3 hours to exercise a day anymore, turns out. So I've signed up for this program to learn a new way, and today is day 1. I've taken my photos, which I'll show you. I recently gained 5 kilos, which inspired me to do this, and I will show you those photos, the before photos. And I'm gonna check in weekly for the next 4 weeks about this and let you know how it's going. So far, I bought the groceries and I started the smoothie cleanse, which was day 1, and now I am eating a meal without bread or tortillas. Basically, all Mexican food is off for the next 4 weeks. So we'll see how I do this because I really take pleasure in food. I eat pretty well, but I like to eat, I like to treat myself. I like tortillas, I like chocolate, I like all that. So it's gonna be challenging, but I think I can do it. And yeah, I'm gonna give you some little, I don't know, tidbits of info about Fuel for Fat Loss along the way. So here we go, day 1, meal 1. One of the things I'm not doing enough of, this is still day 1, are smoothies. Green smoothies are life, I already know that, but smoothies are very hard to make when you have a small child like a baby because you need 2 hands to cut things up. I also am not a fan of meal prepping, frozen food, all kinds of stuff, which means I'm not doing it. But I also don't have the time I had before a child to go to the grocery store every day. And by grocery store, I mean market, because I hate grocery stores. And buy like fresh organic food and then like make all my meals from scratch, which is how I lived before I had a child. Now, I don't go to the grocery store, I don't meal prep, I don't want to eat frozen food, so I instead wait till I'm starving and I have a pastry on the go. That's not working out. Anyway, it turns out I'm not eating anywhere near enough protein. I don't really believe in this whole like protein, fat, whatever. You know, foods come with all of them in it. There's 7 grams of protein in a cup of brown rice. And I really like adhere to the vegan, like just eat whole foods and you'll be fine kind of mentality. So learning how to eat in a different way has been challenging already. Just day 1 of this. I'm like looking at, it's a lot of food. It's a lot of milk and eggs and tofu and like things I don't eat tons of. But I already feel pretty full and not like ever starving. So it's already, you know, we're 3/4 of the way through the day. This smoothie is going to be my last snack because one of the things the program is teaching me is I'm not hungry right now, but I'm going to pick up Luna and then I'm going to, of course, get my nails done because I broke some, and we're not going to eat dinner for another 3 hours, and I'll get hungry in that time. And this is Mexico City. The only thing to eat are the most delicious tacos you've ever had in your life. I'm trying to stay away from them delicious tacos, so I'm going to take this with me. Anyway, here we go. The best ones are always the weirdest colors. Yep, that. I'm reusing this Starbucks cup I got on the weekend for my delicious to-go smoothie. Tastes pretty good. I am on week 2 of Fuel for Fat Loss. So I've joined this program to learn more about meal prepping and how to be healthy and efficient. So we are here at Senior Salud where we're going to get some fresh ingredients for me to do some meal prepping. Pepino. Do you want to hold on to it?
Yes.
You gonna hold on to the pepino? This little chocolate ball is definitely not on the list of things I'm allowed to eat, but how bad can it be? We got tons of stuff. And it's all like organic and homemade and local and all those things. And it still costs me a fraction of what that stuff used to cost me when I lived in Canada. And it's just fresh and lovely. So we got like some recipes and I've tried some out, and basically everything I've tried has been great. I'm really enjoying having smoothies again in my life. I feel empowered. I like doing some of the meal prep. Not all of it is my favorite, but I see why it's important because it's so easy for us to just go, let's go get something to eat. And then next thing you know, it's ceviche and, cervezas and tortilla chips. And then I've messed it all up again. So it does make me feel really empowered. It makes me feel prepared. And because I'm eating better, Luna's also eating better. She loves smoothies now. And that means she's getting a lot more fruit and a lot more clean vegetable protein and a lot more spinach in her life. I'm just going on how my body feels. And I gotta say, I don't feel really that much like thinner, but I feel lighter. I feel like the machine is working better. I don't feel bloated, that's for sure. No bloating. Because it's like, no alcohol, no sugar, no bread, no rice for a month. So of course, those are all like the major bloaters. I don't have any of that. But the biggest thing is that I just feel more empowered about my health. I feel like it's possible for me to portion things correctly for myself. Now that I'm not exercising 3 hours a day like I was before I had Luna, I need to change my portions. And I had no idea how to eyeball things. I had no idea how to, I walk about 10,000 steps a day, but I don't get to the gym every day anymore. And, we eat out a lot. My kid's eating cookies and stuff a lot. It's really easy to eat those things too. And I just want to feel healthy and in control and happy, So week 2, and tonight I'm going to show you, we're going to make something off the menu for Fuel for Fat Loss so you can see how delicious the food is. Okay, here is my Buddha bowl. What's really cool about Fuel for Fat Loss is that whenever you make something, you always make double so you have it for lunch the next day. We got tofu, carrot, beet, salad, spinach, a little bit of quinoa. It also calls for edamame, but I'm in Mexico. There's no edamame anywhere. I gotta keep looking. It's gotta be somewhere. The sauce is a peanut sauce. It is a really healthy Buddha bowl. I think that this is gonna be just as delicious tomorrow for lunch as it is tonight for dinner. It actually wasn't that much cooking. It took maybe 10 minutes. Most of the meals are really delicious and healthy. The hardest thing for me is staying away from, bread and tortillas. But anyway, bon provecho. Okay, I'm on the last 2 weeks of Fuel for Fat Loss, and now I'm doing these 15-minute little exercises during the day, plus I am biking and walking and swimming regularly. And I gotta say, I used to exercise 3 hours a day every day. I taught yoga every day, or I did a practice. I, hiked with my dog. I went to the gym. I did all these things every day, and now I have a kid. I get 10 minutes of meditation in the morning, and then these little 15-minute bites of exercise in the day, and that's it. And that's what led me to this program. So today, I'm signed up for something called Whole Life Fitness Manifesto, and it's about giving yourself some personal time, some meditative time, and some fitness every day. And it's 30 minutes a day total, and that's it. I find it really easy to get it in my schedule. It's by Di Manuel, and I will absolutely leave links to that below, so you can do it yourself. It's just 30 days and keep cycling. It's 28 days actually, and it just keeps cycling. So today, I'm gonna put my timer on for 15 minutes, and I'm gonna do lunges and skips. And that's it, 15 minutes of that. It's usually just 2 or 3 movements, and I still put it off till 8 p.m. I actually try not to eat this late at night, but I'm gonna do my exercise, have a smoothie, because I'm not actually very hungry, make my daughter some food, and then we're gonna hit the hay. So I really did leave it to the last minute. prepping for week 4 of Fuel for Fat Loss. I'm really excited to actually show you my before, well, you've seen my before photos, but my before and after at the end of this week. This is actually what I look like on the weekends when I prep food. I'm wearing a face mask. You're welcome. Anyway, right now I'm just like making quinoa, making some greens, and I'm actually putting it all together tomorrow. But I've got a bunch of stuff like tofu and like, this is the most plastic I've ever had with my food in a fridge ever in my life. But I love this program and I love what I'm making out of it and I love what I'm getting out of it. So it's great. And I'm gonna show you some of the things that I'm making.
Hello, this is Ron Stowell calling. Saw your ad.
So it's breakfast time, I'm a bit late. This is the fridge. This is not my michelada, but I wish it was. I find my little breakfast deal and go for it. So this is an overnight oats with mango in it. And sometimes I like add a little bit of coconut, shaved coconut or fresh mango on top just to give it like a little extra. But to be honest, it doesn't really need anything. Well, that little bit of coconut there, right?
A number of people passing through here who,
Okay, so this is the last meal I'm gonna show you. This one's actually quite calorically dense. I made it the other night with the face mask. It is tofu and quinoa and chickpeas and tomatoes and all kinds of stuff. And then I just put like a light vinaigrette on top. Done, easy done. That's what I like about it. It's one more day before my final weigh-in and final photos, so you will be seeing those next. Today is the day. I've got actually my undies on and I'm about to do my photos. It's been 4 weeks that I've been doing Fuel for Fat Loss and I feel really good. I don't know if I've lost weight. I'm gonna try and weigh myself today at the gym near Luna's daycare. And I'm gonna do my measurements later. I haven't taken them in a month. I'm doing my photos right now. I'm just slightly worried that it feels like a bigger difference than it's gonna be. And I'm worried that I'm gonna see the photos or see the scale or see the measurements and I'm gonna be like, oh, I thought I lost more. I thought I did better than that. And I'm worried it's gonna discourage me from continuing, because right now I feel really good and I feel like I definitely want to continue doing what I'm doing, because I think that this first month it just got things started. It feels like I need another month or maybe even 2 to really get to where I'm going. Anyway, that's my thoughts for today. I loved this program. I just feel so much more in control. I was hating thinking about cooking. Like I would get her and I get her from daycare and we go play and we go swim and then we're like tired around 6 and I don't feel like cooking. And then it would just be like, I would just, put something together quickly. She only eats like chips and rice and chicken. And those are all things I'm not interested in having regularly. And this program really helped me to make food in advance so that at that schlump time, I'm not, desperate and then I just grab something crappy to eat. When I'm really busy working in the day, I've got something already made. Like there's always something made in the fridge. And then when I feel like cooking, I can just cook. But it makes me feel so much more empowered and so much more covered off. And this little chicken behind me and I we're making like smoothies together and stuff and enjoying cooking and like bringing more health into her life. The chicken chip eater. She's eating chips right now in bed. Are you eating chips? See, she's eating chips right now in bed. She just woke up. She's already got a tostada in her hand. Anyway, this has been great. Like I can't say enough good things about Fuel for Fat Loss. So I'm gonna go do my weigh-in. I'm gonna do my measurements. I'll leave the photos so you're gonna see, the before and after. And I'll also leave the link down below. I actually have an affiliate link for this. And these little workouts, these 15-minute workouts, they're working out. You know, I wish I had more time. I wish I had an hour to go to the gym every day by myself. Holy grail. But you know, I'm busy with work and I have a toddler. She's literally either trying to kill herself or making a giant mess. That's like, I spend all day just like cleaning up after her and then making her another snack and then setting her up somewhere and then she's there for 10 minutes and you know, it's like this weird like idling all the time doing stuff but not really getting anything accomplished. And these 50-minute workouts, like that's what I have time for right now. And hopefully it's gonna increase to 30 and then an hour, but in the meantime, I can't just do nothing. You know, I gotta do something and this is better than nothing. So hopefully one day I get a boyfriend and he can watch my kid while I go for a morning run. Jesus Christ almighty. Okay, this is the end of the video and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how it ended for me with Fuel for Fat Loss, and I'm also gonna put up my photos. So, first of all, I started this whole thing at 130 pounds and I got a bit discouraged because when I went for my final weigh-in, I had lost 1 pound. And I was a bit discouraged, but at the same time, you know, I've heard over and over in my life that weight doesn't matter, you know, muscle weighs more than fat, that there, you know, there's fluctuation, especially for women in the month, retaining water, like, you know, I was prepared to not see the results I wanted, which was a 10-pound weight loss, which in this program, lots of people lost 10 pounds, but not me. And I was prepared for maybe 5 pounds, but to see 1 pound was really discouraging. However, I did my measurements, and when I did my measurements, I saw that I had basically lost an inch overall and almost 3 inches on my like butt area, which was really just that like sort of saggy, saddle-baggy area of my body. I could tell in my clothes that I felt better. I could tell when I looked in the mirror that I looked better. I could tell that it was happening. And I also did some research during this program online and found out, you know, that fat loss takes longer. Like you can lose water weight, like you can go on a fast or whatever, you can lose weight quickly, but if you want to lose fat, it takes longer. And I was prepared for a whole year to take the weight off since I ate like crap for 2 years. You know, when I was pregnant and when I was breastfeeding, like I said, I was so thin and I just shoved as many calories in my face as I could. I ate all kinds of crappy stuff and I didn't keep any weight on. But you know, those bad habits, they accumulated, and I feel like my body, I saw, you know, the fallout of almost 3 years of not exercising daily, almost 3 years of not doing a daily yoga practice, almost 3 years of eating total crap. And getting my new portions under control, I had no idea that I would see this kind of change in 30 days. Like I said, I was prepared to take a year. So what I really learned from Fuel for Fat Loss is that this is such a great start, and I really think that in 1 more month, I'm gonna see even more change. And I also think that eating this way is achievable for me regularly, and that what's gonna happen is over time, I'm gonna get to cheat whenever I want because I'll have the safeguarding of regular healthy eating. And I'm also a lot more motivated to exercise now because I feel like it's like addictive, right? It's like I'm starting to look healthier, I'm starting to feel healthier, I feel more in control, and that makes me want to exercise. And suddenly I'm like finding the time. I just did a little run, a 15-minute run. I mean, I used to run 10K 4 times a week. And I just did a little 15-minute run on the way back from dropping off my daughter at school this morning, and it was great. And I'm hoping to do it more regularly. And I bet that 15-minute run is going to turn into a 30-minute run really fast, and etc. So what I loved about this program is that it's helping me to restart really a healthy way of living. And if you want to know more about Fuel for Fat Loss, I actually became an affiliate. I loved it so much that I talked to Simone and became an affiliate. So there's an affiliate link below that you can click. It's only $199 for the month.
and you get to be a part of a Facebook group. You're held accountable. You get all kinds of recipes, tips, and tricks. There's a challenge in it. I really felt that the group, it's like I was doing it with 70 other, mostly women, and it kept me accountable. It kept me feeling like I had skin in the game. It kept me motivated. It wasn't hard. There were days when it was hard, but it wasn't like overall hard. I'm actually floored by how easy it was, how delicious the meals were, and now she also gave me the tools that I can keep going on my own. So if you like this video, like it. If you want to share it, I love sharing. If you want to click that little bell and get notifications, that's even cooler. That's pretty VIP of you. And if you have any questions about Fuel for Fat Loss or this video or my health journey, you can leave them in the comments, or you can get a hold of me on any of our social networks. And stay healthy. Adios, baby.